Good morning. Back to reviews. We've been doing a couple of reacting to your comments, videos, etc. We've taken a few days off just to do our actual job.
We do work somewhat.
Yes, a little bit. Austin's behind the camera. Austin is, just for everyone's information, because I realise we never talk about it, is the other half of BS, and I'm the other half, obviously.
Two halves make a whole.
Two halves make a whole. And we are within holy matrimony.
Yep.
Is that the right thing to say? So we have like a back and forwards, like banter, conversation when reviewing the bag. So if that isn't for you, then switch off now. But we've been getting a few comments saying that they don't understand it. That's it, basically. Sometimes you just don't want to be on camera and you just want to we debate it.
Yeah, I would also say a few times we do videos together, we do videos separately.
Yeah.
We do videos where one's on camera, one's talking, vice versa. And I think if it's confusing, by all means, let us know. Fine, I totally understand that, and we can kind of work on it. The problem is at the moment we're kind of limited to what we can film and where we can film. Yeah. It's very hard to get us both on camera without looking like we're literally on top of each other. Plus an item.
And distracting from the actual thing we're talking about.
And this isn't about us. If it is distracting, me talking whilst Bethany's on camera now, obviously I'm taking up some time and you're not saying anything. I get it. Apologies, but I suppose unless you're watching this on mute,
we'll try and limit it a bit, and leave it to informational, back and forth. But we try and use this conversation time as talking about the product, so that you get the most information from two ex-members of Mulberry, the company, etc. For anyone who doesn't know, just quick background. Sorry if this is boring, but we get quite a few.
Yeah, we get more and more comments, which is good.
And we get quite a few one-off watchers who are just watching because they got Cara. We are BS. We have a luxury resale shop in Somerset, Shepton Mallet, the UK. We're currently in the UK lockdown for the Americans and other countries that watch us. Basically means the only shops that are allowed to open are supermarkets. For the Americans, it would be literally only being able to open Targets and CVS's, and nothing else is allowed to open. No food unless it's takeaway. Oh, it's a long thing. So
and we don't have as many takeaways as the guys in the States do.
So basically, we're not allowed to open as a non-essential shop. However, I do believe that Chanel is essential. Others may not. That's fine. So we've been doing reviews on YouTube for you, or you can follow our Instagram for up-to-date hour-by-hour updates
and product info.
And products. But if you've come here, you're probably interested in the Mulberry Cara, which we'll get onto now. And we've got a Mulberry Bayswater Satchel review coming today and a Mulberry Leighton review coming today. We've got Lilies, we've got Bayswaters. They're all done for you, so you could just click on our little homepage and binge watch reviews on handbags. When the world opens again, we will be taking you shopping with us, which will be a lot more fun for you. Come shopping with us in Mulberry, the outlets, Gucci, Dior, Bicester Village. And then when the world opens, I'm sure we're going to be in Paris in no time.
Yep.
So, Cara, sorry for that little introduction, but we have to do it. If you want to skip, then skip.
Or go and binge watch everything we've ever done. Over 100 videos now on our channel.
Mr. Advertisement over there. So this is the Cara Delevingne. Well, no, it's just called the Cara backpack. It's just called the...
Great start to the video.
It's just called the Cara.
Mulberry Cara.
It's actually just called Cara.
Yep.
Not the Cara. It's called Cara. Mulberry.
After...
Cara Delevingne, the model. So when she was, I won't say peak of her career, because she is still pretty much killing it. But when she was doing Chanel at the height of, she was doing Chanel, Mulberry, she did everyone at one point.
I think she walked for everyone at one point, at a specific time. Yeah, that's what I can
like the Gigi Hadid of this.
Exactly that.
They come with.
Not that she's not anything relative now, but yeah, I take your point.
So they did a collaboration. As you probably know, they also did a collaboration with Lana Del Rey on the Lana. However, she doesn't really
That was kind of a bit of a grey area. We'll talk about that in maybe another video.
Yeah, it's a weird one. I'll tell you about that one another day. Who else have they done?
Alexa Chung,
etc. And they've reintroduced Alexa. I actually do think they will reintroduce this at some point, because it was very, very popular. This was more popular than the Alexa.
When it first dropped, yes. In its interest, you're right.
So I'm going to go through it a little bit more technically than I normally would, because I've had some comments saying that we don't go through, well, not that we don't go through the technicalities, but we talk too much. So we're going to...
I think sometimes, we take it for granted, with all due respect, without sounding like big heads. We know what we know, so we maybe miss some things. If you're a first-time viewer of this bag and never seen one, we take it for granted. So we're going to go a little bit kind of step by step today.
Yeah, so if you're interested in a certain point of thing, then just, comment and I'll tell you what minute to watch or whatever. Yeah. So Cara Delevingne, this is the smallest of the sizes. They did 3 sizes. They did the small, they did the regular, and they did the large. The large for me is slightly odd shaped. It's like almost too long for me.
I think the large takes away from what the silhouette would be as a Cara bag.
And it's the one that sold least. We got a lot of them to outlet when we were around the outlet sort of world of Mulberry.
Yep. However, as a man, I think being really sexist, but I'm saying physically as I'm taller than you, for example, I think is a great size for a backpack.
But that's why I think they did it. I think they tried to get a little bit of a unisex vibe.
Yeah, I agree, and I think that's a really good point.
And a practicality.
Whereas, with all due respect, I probably wouldn't wear something that small on my back.
No. So this is the smallest. For size reference on me, like it's quite small. I would say an A4 sheet with the top cut off. If that helps. If you want exact measurements, and do let me know, we'll add them. This one will be for sale. I was toying with keeping it for myself because I'm greedy. But
you've got a couple of Caras, but you don't have any MBT Caras, so it was a bit kind of.
I've got the
quilted,
the lamb slam napper in black quilted, and I've also got a hair cuff. And I've done a video about that, so if you want to watch that.
That was a sample bag, so go and watch that video. Go and watch it.
I think this is what people get annoyed with.
Hey those guys, how are you?
This is the smallest of them all, for example. It is a multifunctional bag, and I will mention that first because it's obviously what people most probably want to know. So this bag that I'm showing you was an ex-staff purchase. I will do a separate video on Mulberry staff purchase. It means that the inside is slashed and that this bag cannot be taken for repair for anything. They will confiscate it and destroy it. However, if you're happy that you want this bag, etc., and you know that, and obviously you'll get a discounted price for the fact it is slashed, never pay up for a slash bag, because if anything goes wrong, you can't have it repaired, unless you really, 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 really want it.
When you say pay up, what you're saying is it wouldn't go with the same used price as a bag in the same condition without the slash.
Yes. So, but I will do a separate video on staff purchases if people are interested in that, because it will help you make more informed choices into being able to buy stuff and being aware of staff purchases and being confident in buying them. Yeah. Because most of the time, generally it means they've been returned. I'm not going to go into it now, but generally there's either something really minor or something really major. So you need to know.
And it does differ so much
on
each product. So I would also say we will do a video on that, because there's so many different avenues of a staff purchase, and we're not just talking about discounted purchase because you work for the company. We're talking about returns. We're talking about
it's an in-depth thing, and we'll do a Mulberry working for Mulberry, and we'll feature it in that.
So back to this bag.
When they go into this staff purchase situation, they take the straps. So the straps are gone. They take the straps to use on other bags or repairs that they need them for. Now, normally that means the fob goes and the keeper goes. In this case, it hasn't.
But not always. Definitely the straps, sometimes the fobs and sometimes the keepers. But I would say on a bag like this, because they're quite specific, as in the keeper. Because the keeper is such a specific in the colour of the hardware and maybe only made for this bag, I feel like there's probably something they wouldn't keep loads of spares of.
Yeah, so this one hasn't got straps. Let's get that out of the way, right? No straps. So I would be selling this in store as obviously a staff purchase. We're very open about that. However, it is still a Mulberry bag, so we're still going to sell it. So we are selling it as a handhold piece. Now, this takes me to the multifunction. So you can have a strap from here to here, across body, depending on what strap you put on, whereas normally it would come with a strap. Or it has a backpack function. So you get the 3 D-rings, a strap to here and a strap to here. And then obviously if you want to use it across body or on the shoulder, then you take one of the straps and put it across. Now we've got this in backpack mode because it's a staff purchase. Obviously there might have been an issue with the D-rings. The D-rings are missing, which you attach your strap to here and here. Now, if anyone wants to purchase this from us and they know they're going to use it as a crossbody bag, as opposed to the backpack situation which is plugged up for now, we can, due to our background with Mulberry, can take these 2 D-rings off and place them here so you can have it as a shoulder bag. It's completely up to you, and then you obviously add your own strap because they haven't got straps. So that's just going over that. But yes, as the Cara bag, you can have it as a backpack, a shoulder, or depending on what strap you use, a crossbody or a handheld. I feel like you're itching to say something.
No, not at all. I wasn't actually, but just thinking about what you were saying, the kind of the strap which goes kind of across the top, if you will, from side to side, with obviously the D-rings have been taken or removed. We were always told as well, never, ever, ever to sell it as a kind of a crossbody bag. We were always told, weren't we? Do you remember?
It's a shoulder bag because the extension on the web straps, these would have come with web straps, not leather straps.
They look like canvas, don't they, when you say webbed?
On the special edition ones, the lamb napper, the hair cuff, they came with leather, but the standard MVT, which I'll mention in a minute, came with web straps.
So you could put one strap, because it came with 2 straps for the backpack, right?
Yeah, so we like hacked it in the shop that you could attach one strap here, and then link them together at the top, and they would extend down to crossbody. Now, we were told not to do this because the straps couldn't take the weight, basically.
But we never, by saying that, that was exactly what we were told. We never tested that way. We never ever encountered a problem or anyone bringing it back because they'd used 2 straps ever. It was a company policy more so. But I mention it because if you do want it as a crossbody, I would suggest one large strap if you're going to replace that strap.
Yes. Well, that's what I would say. I would just do one Oxblood strap from Mulberry. However, because it is a staff purchase, you cannot send this off for repair, so you cannot get a strap directly from Mulberry. You'd have to get one on the second-hand market. Obviously, places like eBay and stuff, they do have them. Or if you know anyone that can get you a strap from Mulberry, then go ahead. But this particular bag, whereas if you wanted a replacement strap on any other bag, you could send it to repairs. They give you a strap. Blah, blah, blah. You might be able to blag it though during pandemic times, because the fuss of sending a bag for a strap, they might just, if you sent them a picture of the bag, you might just wangle one. But I can't make any promises, don't hold me to that.
No, I agree. And I would also say, to be quite frank, as much as there's nothing wrong or there's not illegal, it's not frowned upon, as the only people which aren't supposed to would actually resell these bags were the people who actually first purchased them from the staff. So once you've left, for example, if you had 25 staff purchases and you left, there's nothing wrong with selling those bags on at all. It's just when you work for the company, you are not allowed to sell them on.
But we'll mention that in another video. It gets confusing.
I want to mention that because we don't mention staff purchase at all before.
No, it does get confusing. So basically, Cara, let's go through all the things. So this is in MVT Oxblood leather. Now, there's a slight difference between the MVT Oxblood and MVT Oak and black, because they use a chrome tan onto the MVT because of the richness of the colour.
So this is actually named CVT.
So it is a CVT bag,
which is colour veg tan.
Which now, with the new bags, if you're familiar with the new bags, because they discontinued MVT, they use this type of tanning. So the chrome natural tan, the chrome vegetable tan. There's so many abbreviations, but then they printed the grain on top, and that gives it a structure.
Yes.
So essentially, the new bags is this leather with a grain stamped into it to make it structured, if that helps. So it just because the MVT is like a very natural tanning process, the deep colours or bright colours wouldn't take to the leather, so they have to have a separate process called which is the chrome bit, which is basically an aluminium tanning system, which I won't go into now, although I'm getting more technical. I won't go into that. This video is obviously going to be a lot longer because I'm getting more technical, so if you do like it, then let me know, because I was keeping them light and breezy, but people like knowledge apparently, so
I would also say, to be quite frank, to shot the outside of the bag, the fob, the keeper and the inside takes 2 minutes. If you want to watch one of those videos, please, there's probably 20 of them on YouTube. This is about the whole bag as a whole, its history, why we've got it, and more so just more information that is out there.
So this has got the soft gold hardware, which is like the shinier gold. The Johnny Coker, the new creative director, now gone on. Long story. He brought out a gold brass finish, which is a lot brighter. This is the soft gold. It's got the tree embossed logo in as well, and the mini postman's lock, which people like. I think it's really cute. On the handles, the top handles, there is a keeper. We always got told off because we had to say it was a keeper. It wasn't a top buckle, it was a keeper, which wraps around both of the handles. I don't know if you can see it there. Wraps around both the handles, and then it's got a mini buckle on it, which is embossed with mulberry. These, for some reason, go missing quite a lot. We had a lot of ladies come in trying to replace these, and at the time when they first came out, they weren't offering it as part of the repair service. So it was like a long cahoot, but they probably do it now. So if you're interested in that. By the way, a new strap, and I will put it in the description box, it's £120 plus VAT from Mulberry. If you're looking for a Mulberry strap. So the fob, as you've probably seen from other videos, the same as the Bayswater. This is obviously a mini version in the matching leather. You've got the tree embossed into the fob, and it is actually called a fob keeper, and it keeps the twist turn lock soft gold padlock, which was designed to go through the postman's lock for extra security, which makes no sense because it's a pull lock. So there's really no security because you just pull the lock. They originally, back in the day, had keys.
So they're actual padlocks.
So if you ever see a padlock with keys, it doesn't mean it's not real. It just means that they used to have keys. I saw.
That's another story.
It's another story. I saw a fabulous thing on Facebook this morning about people having arguments about if it's made in China, then it's not real. Mulberry make in China, UK, Turkey, Spain, Italy.
Multiple other countries as well.
They're making a lot of countries now, which brings me on to my next point. This bag is made in the UK, and it's one of the, well, it's obviously
England specifically
now. It was made in, I believe, it was made in the Bridgewater factory, the Willows.
I think it was, yeah.
And on the bottom it is stamped "Made in England."
Can you see that? Yep. I can see that.
They did this, which obviously they haven't done on any of the other bags, because Cara Delevingne, the model who collaborates on the bag, has "Made in England" stamped onto the bottom of her foot.
So the bottom of the bag. And the
which
bottom
is
of the
a very silly place to get a tattoo, because it will just drop out. She'd probably have to have it redone every year. Just saying. Side note.
Tattoos, definitely.
On the side, you've got the buckles, the mini adjustment buckles, which work the same really as a Bayswater. You can bring the bag in slightly. It really doesn't do a huge amount if you're looking for like a real adjuster. This isn't the bag that will do that. Onto the back of the bag, like I said previously, you've got the 3 points for the backpack adjustment. And then you've got like a mini luggage tag holder sort of job, but I don't know if you'd actually put anything in there. And it's got the tree embossed into the leather there as well. You can see that. And then you've got your classic Mulberry fob that everyone loves. It's got a number on the bottom of it, which corresponds to the factory line of leather bag. We'll do another video on serial numbers if you want, because
that's really funny. Can I just say quickly, because you mentioned the fob also, I think a really cool thing about this bag is for years and years and years, especially kind of the Roger Saul era if you want, the fobs on the outside of the bag and they put them inside. This is one of the first, I think probably the only one of this era when this was made, that the fob was on the inside.
There was a couple they put on the outside just for fun. But like
this late 2000s, 2010 plus.
Yeah, I think it's a nice touch. You also see from the leather as well, which I was talking about in a previous video. I might just do a leather video just in case anyone's interested. With the MVT leather, obviously this is CVT, but it works the same basically. You'll see like an unevenness in colour, like dark spots, light spots. That's just how the colour's taken to the hide, and that is a classic trait of MVT, CVT.
It's an actual characteristic of how they do it, Yeah,
and you also you'll get scarring on some bags, which is literally a scar from the hide, which you can't get rid of, but it's a natural quality to the bag. These really work well with leather gel if you're looking for at home, like just to nourish the leathering, you know, keep it looking nice. A leather gel does wonders for these bags. It really brings them back to life. No feet on this one, but I suspect that is because it was always intended to be carried in some form. Right, we'll go on to the inside. I hope this video isn't like 20 hours long.
Well, we're 20 minutes now.
Oh, that's not too bad, guys. Right, so flap is a classic flap like the Bayswater, what else? This one is suede lined. So it's an Oxblood suede lining. Obviously this bag's been used, so you see how sort of like fluffy the suede goes. And it's got a minor sort of like, not fade, but it's just because it's been used and cleaned probably that it's just, it would be darker when you buy it. Yeah. It's the back of the lock there. Right, I'm going to take the stuffing out, so close your ears. That was easy. So it's one singular compartment. Can you see that well?
Yep.
Austin's behind the camera telling me. It's one single compartment, but it's quite large. I actually think that's very large. It's
for the size of what the bag looks from the outside.
Yeah, it's bigger than a lily. It's bigger than a medium lily.
Yep.
In terms of capacity, because the medium lilies are clipped at the sides, so you can't really get a huge amount in them. Inside, you've got another little fun thing. So the pocket does pop out a little bit, but not too much. So you've got the. Can you see that?
Yeah.
You've got the mulberry gold leaf, and it's in the heart. The heart was another ode to Cara Delevingne because she has a heart on one of her fingers. It also comes with a little rivet lion head. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see
yes,
it?
I can.
Yeah, because she has a lion tattooed on her finger. They also really played with that and did a smooth calf version, which had the lion studs all over the bag.
Yeah, they did tech pouches. They did a lot of clutches.
And that went to outlet. For anyone who's interested, it's not in outlet now, but it did go to outlet. So
and
there are
the funny thing was they sold like hotcakes as soon as they hit the outlet floors.
They went to outlet for like 1-2.
They were so cheap.
They were really expensive. No, they were expensive for an outlet bag. Like at the time, a Bayswater, you get a Bayswater 700 quid.
Yeah, but they were a lot more full price, weren't they?
Yeah,
yes.
They were a premium.
They were cheaper at outlet. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So you've got an inner zip compartment. The pocket, like I just showed you, is in the same leather as the outside, so the CVT, and then the suede carries on into the bag. There's not much to say about the inner. It's
the small zip compartment with the heart.
Yes. This is in store with us. I haven't priced it yet because we literally got it yesterday, and obviously being a staff purchase and being it has no straps, it will be an extremely reduced price from the original or a used one in this condition. They are very highly in demand though, Caras, I will say that. And it's a beautiful, if you're really happy with just having the top strap and you use your own.
Or you'll use the backpack with a separate strap also.
Yeah, or just the handheld. It will be such a bargain because it's in a beautiful condition.
It is, yeah. I think, honestly, for the age, because once again, as much as people still hold the car as kind of a newer Mulberry bag, it's probably what now 5, 6, 7, 8 years old. Gotta be. We haven't even been with the company for
4 or 5 years.
Yeah, and they were for sure.
Yeah,
I would say at least 5, 6, 7 years old. Yeah.
Yeah.
What I'm saying for that age of the bag,
you don't
lovely.
see a huge amount of them as well come up. You do see them. They're not rare.
You don't see them very reasonable. They hold their price,
they hold their price because I really want. They did a camo one for anyone who knows. They did a camo one in goat.
It was the smoothest leather ever.
Yeah, and it was midnight blue, and then they did a green one, and I really want either one of those. And if they come up, they're like people still want over 1,000 for them, and I'm just like,
yeah.
Anyway, so this is the Cara Delevingne. If I missed anything or if you want to know anything else, please comment because I'm trying to, listen to. We have quite a big base in America, as in of people that watch our videos, and the British sense of humour doesn't translate, and I think they want more technical things. So I've tried to make this one a little bit more technical for you.
I think what Bethany's saying is Austin's sense of humour doesn't translate. So apologies to everyone watching. I don't mean to do what I do.
But if you want any more information in terms of just wear of the leather, I will do a separate leather video, but this is the best leather. And I was just saying to Austin off screen before we started the video, this type of leather is in Oxblood, is one of, I don't have anything in Oxblood.
CVT,
and I that's why I would have kept this bag, but I want a medium size, I want the regular size. I just think it's such a nice leather, and with a leather gel, it just looks like brand new. It's just like, I bet I look back at this when I'm editing it and think does the bag look gorge?
Well, it does, yeah. It's rich, it's deep. To be fair, what I would say is this colour specifically, because of the depth of colour on an Oxblood kind of item, especially like a polished or looked after gelled item, it looks so rich. I don't mean like financially, I mean as in deep and
it just looks
richer colour.
It's a lovely bag. Anyway, so it is on sale with us. I'm going to do a big drop on the website coming this week, so it'll probably go up with them. But if you have any inquiries, I'll put it on Instagram. Give me a message. All our links are down below in the description box. I don't know why I'm doing this because the description box is not here, it's down there. And yes, the next up will be a Bayswater satchel and a Leighton. If you've got this far, then you are brilliant, and please subscribe and I will bring you more reviews. If you're just here for the Cara, then thank you for that as well, and I'll do a review on the quilted Cara soon, and I'll look at leathers for you if you're interested in that.